Let us spend some time with today's Gospel from Matthew chapter 10 from verses 16 to 23 with the first verse, with verse 16. After the image of the lost sheep, today's image of the sheep of sending the apostles is also very challenging and profound. Jesus instructed the 12 as follows: "Remember, I am sending you out like sheep among wolves. So be cunning as serpents, as yet as harmless as doves." This sentence begins with the interjection "law." Remember, law. Attention, law. Look, it indicates the surprising nature of what Jesus tells the 12. Who would think of sending sheep among wolves? How long would they last? This gives the sharp contrast to the image. Who would be sending sheep among wolves to do something meaningful? How long would they last? But this is what I am doing, says Jesus. Therefore go and dismiss all fear and keep me in your mind. When the word is used among wolves, the idea is not into the midst of wolves, but as already among the wolves. I'm sending you out like sheep among wolves. They are already among wolves. As sheep, it characterizes the apostles, and it applies to Christians, to disciples, to communicants, that the apostles are like sheep because they have lost all the viciousness that is due to sin and wickedness. Wolves characterizes the world of men who are viciously wicked because it is filled with and animated by sin. So we can see what a rich ontological meaning, as it were, is attached to the two images, sheep among wolves. The combination of the two comparisons produces the idea of helplessness, the helplessness of the apostles among wicked men. Sheep have no defense against wolves, but this only shows and underlines the fact that Jesus is their protector. Jesus is our protector. And there is a further richness in the word apostle and sending. It means to send as a representative, to commission. The verb implies that Jesus cannot abandon them, and that all they do is the act of Jesus done through them. The act of Jesus done through us. Our second image is that of the doves. So be cunning as serpents, as yet as harmless as doves. We could translate the quality of the doves: wise, prudent, smart. But perhaps, as our commentary Lenski says, keen best conveys the thought. Be guileless, without admixture. That is, be without base motives such as falseness, cunning, and like the doves, be like the doves who hurt no one, not simply hurting no one physically, but not hurting anyone spiritually through thought and action. So, when we receive today's Holy Communion, let us receive it in the spirit of how, in what spirit are we sent to the world, and that through us, through the Eucharist in us, it is Jesus who is acting.